Hello, welcome once again to a new session. Um, this time around, I'm going to start a new series. It's going to be a series of about 4 to 5 videos. Yes, and the topic I'm going to cover is the trade drive pattern. Okay, so this series, I've classified the trade drive into two. The first one is the channel. So we are going to look at the trade drive in the form of a channel, and then the different characteristics that we have to look for. And then next we go to the one that looks like a diagonal triangle, a thread drive pattern that looks like a triangle. And then in the third video we are going to look at confirmation. We're using other patterns. Okay, so if the, for instance, the thread drive pattern in the form of a channel needs to be confirmed using maybe a certain kind of harmonic pattern like the butterfly, which most of you don't treat. Okay, so and other form of confirmation such as the thread drive pattern falling on a point of interest. So those third and fourth video will cover the entry techniques using the trade drive pattern, where your stop loss should be, where your take profit should be. All right. So don't forget to subscribe to this channel. Okay. All right. So let's go in. So um, the trade drive pattern. I'm seeing that many trading strategies talk about the trade drive pattern in different ways. So you take harmonics, they have thread drive pattern. Okay, and it's totally different from the thread drive pattern that smart money trade. Okay, that same thread drive pattern can be seen in Elliott wave, yes, as a channel. Okay, which with 1, 2, 3, where we can name A, B, C, D, right, and even C and D. And again, it can be a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, which is a diagonal. Okay, diagonal is an impulse wave, so it can be a diagonal triangle. Okay, and when it comes to smart money, okay, we also call trade drive pattern. Okay, so with a trade drive pattern, the smart money talk about is something like this. You have a first touch, first drive, a second drive, and a third drive. Okay, and usually we hit into a point of interest, and then price will fall. Okay, so in this lesson, I will try my best to explain a trade drive pattern with a specific harmonic measurement. Okay, so with this trade drive pattern I'm going to talk about, I'm going to include measurement. So you have to measure. Okay, so the reason I'm choosing the harmonic trade drive pattern is that it's more precise. Okay, so now, so don't forget to subscribe. Anyway, so the harmonic trade drive pattern. So what do you look for? First, price makes a move in a certain direction called drive one. So you have a first drive where price makes a move. It could be an up move or a down move. So for this lesson, I'm going to use more of the sell or the down trend because it was difficult for me to find examples on the buy. Okay, so price makes a first move. So you have price falling. Okay, then the second point is that then we get a pullback of between 50 and 78.6% retracement. So we have a pullback, price goes back to about 50 to 78%. Okay, so that is what it is. Okay, so we have a pullback of about 78%, 50 to 78%, so 50.00 and 78.6%. Okay, then the third move is that price then moves um, equal distance as the drive one. So we know that this is the first drive, no A, this is the first drive, okay. Then price moves equal distance as drive one. So we have, okay, so what you are saying is that if this is A, this A is equal to this B. Price pulls back 50% to 78%, okay, and then it drops equal moves to the first drive. Okay, so in this case, we are seeing that drive 2 is equal to drive 1. Then price makes another pullback of same distance as the first pullback. So this is the drop, this is the pullback we are talking about. So we are going to say this is small a. Okay, then we make a pullback of same distance as this small a. So this is what you have. So this becomes small b, right? So a is equal to b, a equals to b. Then again, we have price making a final move called a drive 3, which is closely equal to what drive 1 and drive 2. Okay, so we have a third move. So this is the 3 drive pattern. So 3 drive pattern, we are having 3 equal moves to the downside or to the upside, and then 2 equal retracements. Okay, then we are seeing a drive 3. Drive 3 will usually end on a point of interest. Okay, so the third drive will always or usually end on a point of interest. So we assume that this box is a point of interest. This box is a point of interest. Okay, right. So and then usually you should trade above the beginning of the drive. Okay, so now the trade drive pattern will usually be confirmed or confined, sorry, will usually be confined within 2 power trend lines. Okay, so there should be usually 2 power trend lines confined within them. All right, so don't forget to subscribe if you're still watching. All right, so now this is an example of a trade drive pattern. So we have this move, okay, this one from this point to this point is the same as from this point to this point, and is going to be the same as this point. Okay, so this is has not yet reached here. Okay, so we have first move, second move, and a third move. This is GBP card. Okay, this is GBP card, drive 1. Okay, so I can okay, so that you see what I'm talking about. If I take this line and move it here, see that it's equal. Okay, sorry, zoom in. Okay, so what I did was I took this drive, put it here, and you see it's equal, it's on the line. And if I take the same thing and put it here, I'm going to have an equal move. Okay, and this equal move will fall on a point of interest around this area. So what happens is that if you get a confirmation around this point, price should trade above the beginning of this point. So I'm going to have this move. Okay, so that is it. That is it. Then we can go to the next one. So we have a similar move here. I have a first move to the downside. Okay, a pullback. This pullback is slightly equal to this pullback. Okay, and then this is a bit longer, but if you look at the close, it's confined within the trend line. So we have a second move, a pullback, and a third move. That is this is where it is equal to. So it closed. It went slightly beyond this, and then boom. Okay, so usually when you get this pattern in a smaller time frame, you go to a higher time frame, you're going to see what a compression. Okay, so we look at it in the other sections. Okay, so this one happened a long time ago. So we had a first drive, a second drive that was supposed to end here. Okay, so same, but remember all the clues are within the channel. Okay, we had a second move, so you can look at the first move, right? It went to 61%. The second move went close to 61%, right? And the third move, okay, and this is if you measure it, this is where it's supposed to end. Okay, so you look for a point of interest. This is liquidity build up, and that we look at in the other session. So liquidity build up, liquidity was built here, and then price had not touched this point of interest, so it came in and boom. So now we still expect to see price go above this point. Okay, so this still about to happen. So we have a down move, high, lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, and lower low. And broke structure here, and then see what price is doing. Price is trying to retest and then fill this imbalance. Okay, this void. Price is trying to fill it, but in an attempt to fill it, what is this forming? You have a third drive. You have a first drive. Okay, if you take this line and put it here, we are going to get the same equal to this pullback is the same as this pullback. Okay, so now we expect to see price fall into this test this particular area, or even 50% of this wick, right? Maybe go beyond it a little bit and then we continue to the upside. Trade above this and might trade above this and this. Okay, now on this same chart, okay, I think I'm just seeing this. So if I take a line and place it around a trend line, let me try it. Let me try it here. Take a trend line and set shape. Take this line, put it around this level. Okay. If I draw it well, or sorry, I'm messing things up. Okay. So if I draw it this way, no, should be able to copy this line, put it here. You can see all confined within this. So we have a first drive. Okay, I'll move this line here. We have a second drive. Even though it went below, right, still close, managed to close in. Then we have a third drive. Okay, if we look left, we are going to see the price traded into a point of interest and then broke structure, went outside this channel. Now we're having a first drive, second drive, third drive, and then boom, we'll go up. Okay, I told you I struggled to get a sell example. I got only one. Okay, so another one is this is the last example. Okay, so what you have is that we have price falling. Okay, so we have a high, a lower low, a lower high, a lower low, and price. Okay, an attempt to continue this downtrend give us a first drive, a second drive, which is equal to the first drive. This is equal to this. This is also equal to this, right? And then went slightly above it. So remember, low resistance liquidity. This one, this low was taken before this high was formed. Price traded onto this level where we have this point of interest, which is what at the same level with the Quasimodo level. So price traded into it and boom, we had this strong move to the downside. Okay. So thank you very much, and then don't forget to share and subscribe. So I'll continue with the next video, which is more of a diagonal triangle. So for that example, we are not going to see the characteristic of a diagonal triangle, because in this, since we are confined within a channel and the channel are parallel, what is going to happen is that everything will be equal, all the moves will be equal. But with a diagonal triangle, where price is compressing, okay, what do you call it, where everything is confined within two um, trend lines that are moving towards the same direction, but they are forgot converging. Okay, they are converging. Then we are going to have a move like this, longer than the second pullback. Okay, and then the third drive is not going to be longer than this. So because it's confined, we are going to have something like this. Okay, can never be longer than this. Then this pullback will also not be longer than this. Then you have a next move. then price will fall. Okay, so we'll look at that one in detail and how, and after that, we look at how we can uh, enter trade using this information. Thank you very much. Okay, bye bye.